Yo, I'm Marcus Henry, artist, creative director. Man, we outside, man. We just creating the summer 2025.
My name's Dalen. Yeah, I'm an artist from Northern Virginia, Woodbridge. Shout out Woodbridge, too much talent.
I was a kid selling chips when the store bring it back to the school and I sell it for $4. I was a kid who would snatch your shit, help you look for the bitch like where this shit go. I was the one in the back making music, your boyfriend the one that was turning it up. Halloween go to the riches, I take all your work for the night like a 304. I only wanted a pussy, came with a
Damn, what's up? What do we have here?
All natural, vegan.
Man.
Everything else.
That's crazy.
All natural, vegan.
Stop playing with him.
much.
Shout
Yeah,
out
bro.
Flowin.
For sure.
He said done with the product
Flowin,
placement. Hey,
comment
Flowin,
shop,
we
check
flowin'.
him out on
Man.
Melrose. What's up?
We not doing Winks no more. We doing Flowin now.
We're doing Flowin. He just got off matcha because he was some other chick was
Yo,
talking
no,
shit.
that's crazy. All right, listen.
But he got to get back on the matcha grind.
So I'm not even a coffee fan. Like I'll drink some of this coffee because you know, shout out Flowin. Well, realistically speaking, I don't drink coffee, but I liked matcha for a good year or two because I just got put on from LA, and then I told this girl I'm not a coffee drinker, but I like matcha. She's like, "Oh, go ahead, sis." I will never drink matcha for the rest of my life.
20 minutes later.
Are we recording?
Yes, now
Yo,
we are.
can I ask you guys a question before you guys break off into questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Two fictional characters
Uh-huh.
who live in completely different universes, don't know each other, don't correlate with each other, but if they saw each other, they'd have on-site beef.
Okay.
I want to know your take. Who do you think? Two fictional characters. They don't got to be crazy. But
Eric Cartman
Oh
from
my gosh.
South Park.
Yeah.
And Homer Simpson.
Really?
Yeah. Just keeping it simple.
Wow.
Keeping it simple.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like Homer's a
check this
little too
out.
stupid to go back and forth with Cartman.
I think Homer is stupid, but he's very violent with his stupidity.
That is true.
And to see that unfold against Cartman's
I like
perverted, sort of almost violent, twisted mind,
I like that.
it could lead some places. It could be
like
crazy.
Nah, for real. No kizzy.
That could be World War IV.
I'd say Cartman and Ned Flanders.
Ooh, that I like that a lot.
Yeah. Because Ned's not taking nothing from nobody.
Nah, he was a character who always tries to catch a fade.
Oh. I mean, you could say Goku, but that's basic.
He's always trying to catch
Okay. Nah, you know he's going at it for real.
I love Dragon Ball.
Johnny Test and number 4 from Kids Next Door.
Johnny Test.
That's a deep cut.
Well, why?
Dang.
I love both of those characters, right? Number
Yeah.
4 was the best character out of the Kids Next Door for sure.
I
But why they got beef?
Man, I feel old.
Cause they low key, that one doesn't really work. Alright, let me run it back.
Oh my God.
Let's say Nightwing and
Love me some Nightwing.
and Kevin from Ben 10.
I'll give it to you. Only because Kevin's an ass, and he'll probably beef with anybody. I'll give it to you.
That
to you.
nigga wanted all the smoke. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'll give it to you. What would you say?
And Nightwing would have to serve justice. For
What'd
the
you say,
city of
Soul?
Gotham.
I would say Bill Burr, the comedian,
Oh my God.
and what's the Rick and Morty, the scientist guy. Which one's Rick?
Rick.
Yeah, and Bill
Amazing.
Burr and Rick.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think they would go at it
Wow.
really well.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they
don't
would
even
just
have to
roast each
explain
other
that.
the
Yeah,
whole time.
yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
That's really good. I like that a lot.
That's great. All right, I know exactly what type of people you guys are. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Show.
The interviewee has become the interviewed.
Yeah,
See what I'm
there
saying?
it is.
Wow.
Welcome, y'all. This is Make Happy. We back. We got 2 more people on here again.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
We got a return guest and a new guest.
What's up, bro?
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Henry, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yo, I'm Marcus Henry, artist, creative director. Man, we outside, man. We just creating the summer 2025. Shout out Winks. They getting us right.
That's crazy. That's
Before
crazy.
you think,
Immediately.
grab a Winks.
Craziest shit in the
No more
universe.
product placements. No more product placements. But
That is the funniest thing in the universe.
if I'm gonna get right, I'm gonna grab a Winks. And I just be creating, making crazy shit, and hopefully, y'all fuck with it.
Yeah.
What's up, Dalen?
What's up, man? My name's Dalen. Yeah, I'm an artist from Northern Virginia, Woodbridge. Shout out Woodbridge. Too much talent. Yeah, man, something in the water always. We got so much different things that we came out here for, but for the most part, it's just music. And I did school for a little bit. I was in LA Film. That's a great school if you guys are ever thinking
That's
about
what's
anything.
up.
But yeah, man, we just doing everything creative that we possibly can. I got a gazillion and one dreams. Music's just the first.
There we go.
LA Film. So you
Amen.
started with film school.
Yeah. So I majored in like recording and engineering and film scoring and stuff like that. Super cool. Love making like music for films and stuff like that. It's also a dream of mine. But for the most part, like, yeah, it was really just learning how to engineer.
Oh, damn, what's up? What do we have here?
All natural. Vegan.
Man.
Oh,
Fresh.
everything else.
That's crazy.
All natural, vegan.
Stop playing with
So
him.
much.
Shout
Yeah,
out
bro.
Flowin.
For sure.
He said done with the product
Flowin,
placement, but hey,
coffee
Flowin,
shop.
we
Check
Flowin.
him out on
Man.
Melrose. What's up?
We not doing Winks no more. We doing Flowin now.
Flowing. We're doing flowing.
I lied about the Winks thing. I'm a fake fan. But Flowin, man, we rocking with him.
I'm not
Yeah.
with hats. But
Yo.
like, we might have to.
Boom.
Yo, man.
Oh, that's good.
Nah,
me-
but shout
let
out
me
your
adjust
local,
it, actually.
support your local coffee shop.
Support your local
Absolutely.
coffee shop for sure.
It's so funny when he was walking by. I thought, oh, is he gonna like show the owner and then shut us down right now?
Oh, is the owner?
Exact opposite happened. Yeah.
Yo.
This is amazing.
Genius.
Great dude. Amazing.
Good marketing guy.
Yeah.
He gets it.
I'm taking notes. Hey.
You're right, y'all.
And this is what happens when you bring people together and you create shit that people want to be around.
100%.
Boom, good things just fucking happen.
Amazing.
Like we didn't even
No
know that was
kidding.
gonna happen right now. We literally set up shop. I said, "Fuck it, let's just do the podcast right here." And look
I,
at that.
I started
That's
to
crazy.
wonder, should we have asked permission, and that happened.
And look,
Praise God.
that's so Hollywood. Oh, stop.
Hell yeah.
But like, it's so Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being not from here,
Yeah,
regardless of where you're from. You know what I'm saying? And then you just walk down Melrose or something like that, and somebody just, oh, I'm a fashion whatever. I like the way you look. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you in this photo shoot. Or like some random person be like, oh,
No cap.
do you make music? Like, how did you know? You know what I'm saying?
It just
Yeah.
happens, and it starts by
Melrose.
putting yourself out there, right?
100%. It's just positive energy attracts positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Positive outcome.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Yeah.
20%.
Did you
Hey.
bring it?
That's exactly why. If you're about to create something, you have the time to do it. Go do it, because you never know you'll meet or what
Do
you'll
it.
incite.
Cause the time is now.
Yeah.
Yesterday already left. Tomorrow ain't here yet, and the time is now.
See what I'm
now,
saying? I'm trying to get my pockets fatter than my bitch's battery.
Yeah,
God.
and he just got off matcha because he was some other chick was
Yo,
talking
no,
shit.
that's crazy. All right, listen.
but he gotta get back on the matcha grind.
So I'm not even a coffee fan. Like, I'll drink some of this coffee because you know, shout out Flowin. But realistically speaking, I don't drink coffee. But I liked matcha for a good like year or two because I just got put on from LA. And then I told this girl, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I like matcha. She's like, oh, go ahead, sis. I will never drink matcha for the rest of my life. Hilarious.
See?
She ruined it. She
Yeah,
ruined
but
it.
that's what I was saying. You needed to reframe that. You should. That's what I was saying. Well, you need to tell her that matcha make your dick hard. That's what I mean.
You gotta go uber masculine.
Crazy word.
Yeah,
Don't
get it
counter
fucked
that
up.
estrogen.
Matcha's great. Matcha's great. It's for everyone, all inclusive.
Tell her
Yeah.
make it last longer. She can be like, she gonna buy you matcha.
Seriously, bro.
Hey, baby, it could really work if you want to buy me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll put you on to some matcha. You just give me a little something. You know what I'm saying? I go get some matcha. Bring you back some. Whole time I had 3 on the way here, and I just brought her 1. Let me get one of those though. Let me see.
Yeah.
Are these cool?
I haven't
It
tried
looks
them
good.
yet.
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
I'm
matcha.
sure this
Vegan.
one. I'm gonna fuck with vanilla latte. What's
See,
up?
I like vanilla.
What's
but
up?
I also
Okay.
like salted caramel.
Oh,
Corner
see?
of
And I
Melrose.
don't like coffee at all. So
Yeah.
these-
I bet you it's gonna
The
be
best of the
fire
best.
It's
though.
probably gonna be fire.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. It's got fulvic minerals. What is that?
I don't know, but it's
Fulvic
good.
minerals, Dude, most of the time they just
sounds
make up
great.
words
Yeah.
that sound like really like healthy for you, and they put it on the label.
I like minerals. I know what minerals are. At least I know enough about minerals
But
to
do
be
you know
on
what-
board with it.
Yeah.
For full minimal.
So Dalen, you it sounds like am I right in saying where are you from?
Northern Virginia,
Okay. Yeah.
right under DC.
So how long have you
Virginia.
been out here?
About 4 years.
Damn. That's what's up. How'd you get from Virginia to here? A
Plane.
plane?
Type shit.
Got
I wish I could say something cool like a pirate ship or something. I love pirates. I wish I could say like a fucking spaceship or something.
Like a Captain Jack Sparrow over here.
Yeah. Let's just say I came through on a spaceship. Never went back home.
And what brought you out here though?
Music, man.
Okay.
Since I was a little kid, everybody's always been like, dude, you got such an LA vibe. And I'm just like, shut up.
Damn.
But now
Yeah,
I'm in LA and I'm like, yeah, I got an LA vibe. It's good.
Gotcha.
For sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So 4 years in, out here. And when you came out here, did you had you already applied to school and that was lined up?
Yeah, that was already lined up. It was kind of a situation. I wanted to come out here anyways, but my mama was not gonna be cool with me just going to another state and like not having no reason to be there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So she's like, "Boy, you going to school?" And I'm just like, "All right." And I went to school. I was very blessed. She's like, as much as I don't want to listen to her a lot, I love my mama with a passion. And every time she tells me to do something and I do it, it ends up being like the best thing that I possibly could have done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, damn, you're always right. Stop being right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I too do not listen to my parents, and I notice when I do, things go better.
Go a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
there's some aspects of my life like I want to kind of diverge away from how my parents lived.
Yeah.
I want to take their principles and like their lessons, right? But there's certain elements that I do want to change.
Of course.
And so it's like a matter of like taking the good and shaving the things that might not necessarily be bad, right? But just may
That's a
not be
beautiful balance.
what's for my life.
I mean, isn't that just the fucking humanity at
The
the end of the
journey.
day? Just the
Yeah,
journey
yeah.
of being better than the person before you. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is like learning from them.
Yeah.
And then once you're old enough, you take what they taught you and you can rather better it or make it worse.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True.
So,
And also, like, my dad worked for fucking 50 fucking years. Ain't nobody want to do that. Which is cool.
depends on your work.
Yeah,
Depends on
that's
your
what I
work.
mean. Though.
Exactly,
That's what I mean. Though.
exactly.
Like, but this type of work, like what we're doing right now, this is not work to me. This is like community building. This
Exactly.
is like creativity. This is I don't see this as work. So what I mean by work is like
Inspiring.
when I'm fucking doing live venues and shit and breaking my back trying to fucking set shit up and blah blah blah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's work.
good times.
100%.
You know, and so that's what I mean by that. And so like if I want to create a different lifestyle, it's like no, I gotta do shit different. But I'm gonna take the principles you taught me, the
Right.
discipline and the focus and whatever,
Ethic is
and
important.
then you fucking, you apply that to your shit.
100%.
And
Right.
100%.
So
hard
then,
work usually beats talent or like
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
for
things.
sure.
Like, if you show up every day, like you're gonna get good. Like eventually you're gonna get good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even
really all
if
it
you're
is.
dog water at the start.
So how did
Real
y'all meet?
spill.
We were at there's this one girl that I used to be friends with at my school, right? A couple years ago, and I was hanging out with her, and then out of nowhere he just comes up and he's like talking to her like he knows her, and apparently he did. But I was like, who the heck is this dude, right? But he has a skateboard.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you know how to use that thing? And he just tries a nollie heel flip out of nowhere, which is like, granted, he didn't land it because he's lame, but like if you ask somebody to do a skate trick and they don't do like an ollie or a kickflip automatically, you know what I'm saying? Like they do some crazy shit like a nollie heel flip. That's crazy. Like who just tries that as a trick to show off that you know how to skateboard? Like so I was like, yeah, bro, you're cool. And I found out he went to MI, and then she is beautiful. I found out he went to
yeah.
MI, and then I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
We really just clicked. Like
clicked for sure.
It was like oil on fuel on fireworks, gasoline.
Yeah.
Man.
And Henry's a good follow up. You know what I'm saying? Like for someone to follow up, because realistic, and I'm not saying like to follow up with him. Like he's good at following up with people. You know what I'm saying? Like
I appreciate that, man. Thank
genuinely
you.
speaking, if when you meet a
made me
lot
feel
of
good.
people every 5 seconds, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's like, oh, we're gonna tap in. Oh, like you know what I'm saying? Oh, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little.
Y'all doing? Enjoy y'all day.
Yo.
But yeah, like, and they'll be like, oh, we're gonna tap in, or oh, you know what I'm saying, like I'm gonna hit you up, or whatever the case. Even if they don't, like, it's not like the end of the world. I'm not crying about it, but like, you just notice most people don't follow up, even if it's you following up or
Yeah,
if it's them
yeah.
following up. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's
That's such a
tricky.
common thing. But like Henry, he actually follows up, and he's like, there. He wants to work. He wants to find the different people to like. He takes inspiration from the freaking world. It's crazy.
For sure.
It's annoying sometimes, but it's amazing. It's nothing but admirable.
I like what you said, though.
brother. Thank you.
That's
Nah,
true.
that's a real nigga, bro. Like, Dalen's, like, amazing, so talented. It's like every day I'm just discovering his skill sets. Like, he drums, sings, can dance, and all these things just come naturally to him. He's super eclectic, like, artist. And I'm inspired by the world, and he is, like, so wrapped up in that culture and just sponges all that art that me and him just get along, and like cool cat, like we can go anywhere to the ends of the earth in a spaceship and we would still have fun. So
Bro.
yeah, fuck with my nigga.
That's
for
sick,
sure.
bro. That's good to have a friend. It's important to have friends like that.
No, for sure. We actually have a whole group of like the most talented people I've ever experienced
Nah,
being
for
around in my
real.
entire life. Like, it's
Pirate
the law
Mafia.
of attraction, dude. You put out what you want to attract, and it'll come to you in like 10 times fold, dude.
For sure.
And you put out good music, good art, and nothing but the best artists are gonna come your way.
For sure.
You're absolutely right. You get what you give. Yeah, bro.
True.
But it's also because you're doing the actions to actually put out the art and shit.
100%.
Like that's the
Yeah.
part that attracts. Cause like if we didn't come out here and do this pod, like we wouldn't even have this experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for
if it's just all conceptual and it just stays in your head and you don't make the song and you don't do whatever,
Yeah,
if you don't follow up, like you ain't gonna have the relationships that you could have if you just like got out of your head and was like, oh fuck it, I'll just text this dude and see if they text back. Oh shit, they text back. Hell yeah, let's go
Yeah.
skate or whatever
Yeah,
it is. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
That might have been it. I think he just texted me to skate, and then we like ended up making
does,
music
yeah.
like afterwards, like a little bit afterwards.
Nah, for sure. Now it's like, now it's seeing him perform at the Roxy, us at some shorty's house. Like, bro, like we've.
Speaking of which,
The
is
whole
coffee
thing.
good for like hangovers? Because like I'm going through it a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, now we have to talk about it.
Oh yeah, you said you last night was crazy.
Oh, my
let's go
God.
into that. What is that? What was last night?
Okay, so we're always just getting into some shit. Like, I don't know what it is, but our group,
It wasn't even that crazy too. That's
If
the
we
problem.
go
We're
out-
just drunk. we were just drunk.
we just find shit. Like, I swear to God, like it's like we're the type of group that will just go out on a whims, and it will be like a group of friends, and we just see shit. We saw a fight. I saw a fight at Dave's Hot Chicken yesterday.
That's hilarious.
Some nigga got the shit slapped out of him, bro.
Bro,
Like,
they're over there telling the story about it, and Shorty to me, like next to me, she's over here like, "You guys went to Dave's Hot Chicken?" I'm like, "That's what you're concerned about?" This man's just talking about dude getting pummeled in Dave's Hot Chicken. She's over here.
She was worried about your blood pressure.
like, can't make this shit up,
Big
bro.
Big back thoughts.
That's Hollywood.
She's beautiful though. She's amazing. I love her. I love her.
Like, so we just be getting into cool situations like that, and it's like, coming back to his point, if you have the right energy, it's like you can really do anything together. You go play tennis with the right group of people, and you're gonna have fun because of the people and the experience just heightened. So, yeah, man, like, wouldn't change it for the world. And that includes these guys too, man. These niggas crazy. So, you know the vibes.
Look, off rip, the dedication and the fact that y'all just pulled up and you're like, yeah, let's do it right now, wherever you are. And I was just like, yeah,
Tenfold.
you gotta. If they're on some time like this, how can I just sit around? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I gotta
God.
be. I gotta. You know what I'm saying?
Got to get up and make it happen. Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's the beauty of making a podcast mobile. It's just like we're bringing value to people because like we just make it convenient. Like,
100%.
you know, you just literally rolled up skateboard in hand and was just like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
We just posted up on this wall. You can't read this here, but this shit says Flowin.
Flowin.
It's on the hat.
You know what I'm saying?
It's on the
Yeah.
hat.
See what I'm saying? Flowin. I see this. Flowin.
That part.
Thank you to Flowin for allowing us to be able to be here and, you know, do this little interview. That's cool.
Yeah, this is iconic.
Dalen mentioned before that you said like Henry gets inspired from the world. Would you say that's like?
I love that.
So Dalen, where would you say your inspiration comes from as an artist?
Ooh, a memory. For sure, a memory. You know, I love being a dickhead in a lot of songs and just like saying the funniest thing that I could possibly think of while still not having it corny.
Give us an example.
I said, I'm too fucked up in this place. I'm waving a stick like Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I'll be like, these niggas, when shit get going, they gonna fold like a DS. Something about.
They gonna fold like a
Yeah. It was
that's
like,
an old DS.
You see what I'm saying? And the what's it called? I said,
Stylish and shit.
these niggas squares a Cheez-It. You know what I'm saying? Like fun dickhead shit. That's
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Okay.
But like at the same time,
like clever.
clever. But those are for performances for the most part. I love performing. That is like my element for sure. But sometimes it's not about the performance with the music always. Sometimes it's about like what it really means, what the song really means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times, especially nowadays in the music nowadays, there is, and not to be an old head, obviously I love the music that's coming out nowadays, but at the same time, it's like there's not a lot of story driven or like emotion or painting a picture. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because people don't
It's
necessarily wanna hear that.
entertainment more than telling the story. Yeah.
And I think it's not the fact that people don't want to hear it. I think people love to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they don't want an artist to be defined by like sit and listen to this artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to listen to every lyric this man says and like sometimes I just want to
say
have
it in
fun.
a vibe way.
You gotta say it in a vibe way, but
yeah.
even if you don't say it in a vibe way, the next song better be you saying the dumbest thing you could possibly say. You know what I'm saying? If you just broke down your whole history and like the most heartfelt thing that you've ever heard in your life, that next song better be talking about like, I don't know, blowing bands and like throwing it on a booty cheek. You know what I'm saying? Booty meats. You know what I'm saying? I love that word.
You gotta have
Booty
that
meat.
balance, that duality. You can't just be sad. You can't just be sad songs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And it doesn't even necessarily have to be sad. I wrote a song the other day about being outside. We were outside for like a week straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, rather it was an album release, rather it was him just trying to go to a bar, rather it was like, and when he wants to go to a bar, there's like 9 people that are right behind him always. And then like just doing anything, a show, album release, a bar, whatever it was like always out. And I was like, bro, I'm seeing the exact same people. Like everywhere we go, I see the exact same people.
That's fun.
It's kind of sad though.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a little sad because it's like,
when you're going to the bars and you see the same exact people.
I was in like Breakfast Club, and it's like
outside the bar.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm out here because like
Context.
for my own personal reasons, I get you and I'm not gonna judge you, but this is the 9th place I've seen you in the past week, dude.
You're like, bro, it's 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m.
okay.
What are you doing at the strip club?
Like,
Wait a minute, bro. You gotta get back to work. You're just
bro,
drinking.
Like, so it was like literally everybody's outside for a reason. It was like they outside because they're not responsible. We outside because we trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? He outside trying to find his wife, and she's outside trying to find free drinks. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Party with the purpose.
He been outside for 3 days straight, and they outside because it's a bad bitch birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's outside for a reason, and I've seen them. I know their faces.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not slick. I know how you spend your money. You know?
So what does that mean, Henry? Party with a purpose. What does that mean?
Party with a purpose.
That means before you leave the house, set an intention. Like tonight, I'm waxing.
What does that mean?
I'm seeing some booty cheeks.
What does that mean?
What are you waxing?
What are you
Are you
waxing?
wax on, wax off?
You're
That's not
waxing
the waxing
like a
I was
board,
doing.
right? Like you're getting ready. You're getting your shine. Like
He's
you're
getting that matcha
Look.
in.
Yeah, what?
Man, when did that happen?
Look.
Matcha's great.
Or you're like,
Matcha's great. I'm so sick and tired of the matcha slander, bro. I'm sick and tired of this shit.
hey, you're like,
A grown-ass man can drink matcha and have a great time.
I agree.
or you're like, look, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna party with my friends, or look, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get my groove on.
Or partying with
hey,
your friends is not a purpose.
I'm a network. Tonight I'm gonna go out and
There you go.
I'm gonna meet someone
There you
who
go.
does something in a world that I want to learn more about.
There you go.
Having a goal to meet new people is always great.
For sure.
And get you in trouble. So
That's
you
what
gotta be
imagine you're in
mindful.
trouble, but like, yeah.
Just be
Well,
mindful.
well,
It
Well,
just
I know a
depends.
bit of
It
trouble.
depends where you're looking. Facts. Right?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
You want people. You want people like books. You go to the fucking library. You
Hey,
know?
I have a story
You want
about
people
that.
to party. You go to a fucking party. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
true. Context.
a lot of times it'll be like a situation where like I'll be invited. I'll be tired, like ready to go home, but I'll be invited by someone who has a good amount of weight under their name, and like they want me in a place where they know that I'm gonna get good connections. You know what I'm saying? They're not just inviting me just to
That's
hang
cool.
out.
You're talking
They're
about
inviting me
Henry, right?
Not even just Henry. Like, I love Henry, and he has definitely been there, like as that person. But I'm talking about like in general, like maybe somebody under a label, or maybe somebody who's, you know what I'm saying? Just connections in general, right? Certain times it's like it'd be best for your career to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the dude right next to you is probably going broke because he's here tonight. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get rich. You know what I'm saying? The same exact place, doing the same exact thing.
But different mindset.
Different mindsets.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say you just your main shorty just ditched, just went
Just
up
found
and
your mistress.
walked away.
No, just kidding.
No, you did find your mistress, and she just skedaddle skadoodle. You know what I'm saying? There's a word for that. There's a word for that in this game, but you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get canceled. But look,
Hey, if your mistress sees your main
Bamboozled.
and she
That's
knows to
definitely-
not to leave the premises, she's a good mistress.
so she's a good mistress, right?
That
But
part.
look, if she just up and stop like hitting you up, you know what I'm saying? Which honestly, if that's what goes on, wah, cry about it, womp womp, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, like
Right.
if Shorty stops hitting you up, you go outside, build a new roster immediately. By the
Yeah.
next day, if you don't got 3 numbers.
Keep slaying.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how to go outside and meet people.
Don't
Confidence
worry,
is
player.
key.
Keep
So-
slaying.
Confidence
In every aspect.
so don't
of
be
life,
thirsty.
You know,
Don't be.
You can't be thirsty. Definitely. You can't be thirsty when it
Let
comes
'em-
to approaching women. When it comes to business deals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So what he's saying is you got to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
And by being able to communicate, you can bring in whatever it is you want.
100%. 100%. 100%.
That's what he said in all of that.
Beautiful.
Pretty much, yeah. Literally.
You have the keys.
You got the keys. And do not, under any circumstances, learn how to, or take any advice on how to pick up girls by those dudes on the internet that just go up to girls with those glasses, those like camera glasses, and be like, yo,
Nah, for
you're
real.
very
That's my other
beautiful.
channel.
Pickup line,
Shit.
insert pickup line here. You got a number?
Nah. No.
Oh my
cap.
God, I can't stand those.
You get those such clickbaits.
They
Or
get so
such
many
a-
views, bro.
Or pay $30 for my master class, and I'll teach you out.
Hilarious. Don't take a damn master
Shout out
class
to
from
my
this
Patreon.
motherfucker. Yo, out of everybody in the world, don't take a master class from this dude. He's the only one where his game works. Like if me right now tried to do the same exact thing that he did right now, would not work at all.
Nah,
I
he's
tried to approach
downplaying
a girl.
himself.
His game must be working because it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy,
No,
right?
like-
He's generating money by promising you that he'll be able to solve that problem.
See what I'm
but
saying?
He
I'm
just
just
has gotten
delusional.
really good at promising the solution.
And they just, it's convincing.
Look, Henry is a very welcoming and warming person, and you catch that energy off rip. So a lot of girls are very welcoming, right, when it comes to Henry.
Yeah.
But not a lot of guys are like that. A lot of
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are creepy when they pull up on
That's
somebody.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So the way you do
Hey,
things
what's up, shawty?
don't work for every. Wow. That's
I'm
amazing.
saying.
So it's hard to like teach guys to not be creepy, especially around ladies. It's
I
one
mean,
of
if
those,
you don't got it, you don't got it, P.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
it's cool.
And I
Just keep
think
it B.
I think what attracts them is because of the amount of things that you've done to build your confidence. right? Like you put yourself out in skateboarding, you build your confidence in that. You put yourself
100%.
out in fashion. You know, like
I just
talk
don't be
about
thinking
that,
about it.
right?
I just don't be thinking about it. I just be like, if
one
I
way.
want to create something, I'll do it. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, shit, I'll just try again. And maybe that's why I'm confident.
This nigga is
with-
the embodiment
or
of
popular
trial
with
and
the
error.
female crowd.
That's
But-
crazy.
It's because you're not like
Yeah.
coming in with a lot of intent for where it's gonna go, you
For
know. And they're
sure.
probably like that makes I bet them feel more comfortable.
Yeah, it's more. I'm more interested to see what happens. Like, let's put the energy in a room, and then I'll just be myself and see what happens from there. And if we both like each other, and I get the green lighted, then I'll send it. But usually I'm just chilling. I be wildin' though. I ain't gonna lie, but
He don't be wildin'. I will not say he don't be wildin'.
What does that look like?
But
What does
I
that look
mean-
like? Describe
I
that.
just like having
Oh
fun.
my God, don't do that. Don't do that.
I just
Don't
like
make him
having
do
fun.
that. Oh my
That-
God.
What's
We'll
a
leave it at
Wyland
that.
Henry moment? What is that?
A
What is
Wyland
that?
Henry moment? A Wyland Henry moment? You.
No, I just be having fun, and man, like if it's, I'm passionate. Whatever it is, I'm gonna put my energy to. If it's skating, if it's girls, if it's volleyball, and I'm passionate about it that day, like I'll just like get super into it. So I don't know. I like getting lost into it. I get lost into music and just catch vibes and
Lost ass nigga.
sometimes you find dope shit doing that. So, yeah, I'm just lost for real though.
But because you're capturing your journey in your lostness, it's still attracting whatever it is you want to attract because you're like putting in the effort to capture that and put it out
That's
there, right?
right.
Okay, yeah, no,
You're
that's
producing.
that's fair.
You know, you're not just wandering.
Yeah.
For sure.
And just because you're wandering doesn't mean you're lost.
I'm documenting. I'm
That's
documenting.
right.
So whether we're out at a bar or whatever, I'm the kid who's always gonna try like if I see something artsy, I'll try to take a photo of it or like
Funniest.
I'll ask a question to someone I've never asked, like just shit like that. I don't know.
This man's will be at the club, right? Or we'll be
It's
at like
fun.
an event, like a networking event, right? Talk to literally everybody that we could buy. And it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of annoying sometimes. But listen, he'll literally like out random. It doesn't matter who they are. It could be the baddest shorty in the world. She could be It could be a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? It could be a little kid on some no weird shit. Henry will have a full on 40-minute conversation with them. And he will like break down their whole life story. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy. Like we'll literally just like 8 people just sitting and standing waiting for Henry to finish his conversation with this like 12-year-old little dude. You know what I'm saying? Who just happened to have a skateboard with a character that Henry liked on it, and they're gonna have a full on conversation.
No, for sure.
It's beautiful though. That's what I mean by like he takes inspiration over everything, dude. Like you can see it. He's like embodiment of art.
What about like what makes you go have that conversation? Like what
what
inside
does?
of you? Like what
The
does
fuck
that
goes through
look? What is
Henry's
that?
brain?
I just get excited and I turn off all my safety nets. Like I just see something and I'm like, oh, that's so dope. And before I can think about it, I just go over.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's so pretty, and I'll just go and talk to her. Oh, that's so dope. I'll just go and do it. And sometimes it's bad. It's gotten me in trouble sometimes.
Definitely has.
But I don't know. Like I just like I'm like a little kid in that aspect. Where if I see something, I just get so excited. Like I just don't think about it. Just send it. And sometimes it works out. Or sometimes someone's like, oh, that's cool. Like let's rock out. Here's my number. And then stuff like this happens. So, and then, yeah. So I guess there's a balance to that. But sometimes if you get excited and passionate and you're there and you have the equipment or whatever, just jump in and like see what you can do. And then after like critique or like criticize this or come back. But sometimes you just gotta turn off your brain and just go for it.
Turn off your brain.
Yeah.
Get to it.
That's
For
the ironic
sure.
part, right? It says it's almost like, at least when I'm having conversations with people, it's like you do have to almost turn your brain off in a way, and you just sort of flow with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like when I'm making
Flowin.
when I'm like writing my best stuff, that's sort of what's happening. Like it's almost like I'm not present. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Allow like your excitement or your sometimes you have to, when you're doing business analytical, but sometimes you just gotta allow your emotion to take over because, like, you know, you're in that flow, you're playing a guitar thing. If you start to overthink it, you might hit the wrong note, but sometimes you're just like, feel your shit.
Yeah,
like
Hendrix.
There is no wrong note.
You know, Jimi
Yeah, there is
Hendrix
no wrong
Context.
note, like,
used
you
to,
Context.
Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix used to
Yeah.
like cut a little prick in his forehead and then put a tab like a LSD. He used to like
What?
band-aid it with
For real?
LSD.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
and then tie
I need to try
bandana
that.
around it and then just be on stage and play.
Just straight up dropping LSD
On
into
your
his
third
third
eye.
eye.
No, it literally, and it's supposed to directly just like fuse with your blood, like it hits, comes in contact with your blood without having to digest and like go through it. Because you know when you pop a tab or just any drug, you gotta wait for that shit to kick in. You know what I'm saying? But it's
I don't know about
directly
that
on your
life.
blood. You don't know none of that. I doubt it. I doubt it.
Press X to
Grown
doubt.
ass man, I doubt it.
no, 200%.
This shit.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's my conclusion to that point. Like, everyone has that thing that they get excited about. Everyone has that, like, emotion that, like, you do and, like, it stokes people up or whatever it is. Whatever that thing is, sometimes just get into the moment. Like, don't overthink it too much or, like, your first thought shouldn't be when you're having fun. When you start having fun, your first thought shouldn't be, oh, am I doing this wrong?
Exactly.
Because it, like, stops the creativity. Sometimes you're just like, just, fuck, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I'm just having fun. Like, I don't care. I'm just going to have fun.
Who did you guys idolize as a kid?
Damn, I wish I asked you that.
It's okay. We're going to get to it.
I don't know. You asked first. I idolized. I really love the lead singer from Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow, Billy Corgan.
Really, really
That's
good singer.
crazy.
He has
I was
a
wearing a Billy
weird,
Corgan shirt
Super
last
talented.
night.
He has a weird voice
He has the greatest voice.
and a strange
Yeah.
head. And I just
head?
can't.
You said a strange head?
It's just everything about him
very
is
rare.
so
Yeah.
like not a rock
Fuck.
star, at least from like initial perception.
Yeah.
Like his voice doesn't sound like a rock star's voice.
He sound like that.
Yeah, his look is not like exactly what I don't know your
top
stereotypical rock star ought to be. But gosh, I love his work and I love what he's saying. Like his work probably touched me the hardest first when I was in high school listening to music. I love Billy Corgan.
Fire.
Amazing band. They're tapped in. They be listening to everything. Rappers.
Crazy, too.
I mean, they just co-signed, like, a few other rappers. I'm like, oh, there's so many artists who be listening to that. Like, that's why Tame Impala has music with, like, Travis Scott or something, because people are
Yeah.
really, like, looking across worlds.
Love when artists do songs that they shouldn't have. Like, freaking Lil Yachty, he did that one Tame Impala remix. Who told him to do that? No one. But it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
There's this collab. I think it's with like ASAP. I feel like it's a guy from ASAP. I'm not totally sure. And Tame Impala. It's called Sundress. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, ASAP bought the rights for that song.
Yeah.
Did he actually?
I think he got the rights because that song was already out. He flipped it, so he licensed the sample.
Fire.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Dalen, who's your inspiration as an artist, or who was your first inspiration?
As a kid? Bart Simpson?
That's so
Bart
sad.
That's
Simpson?
such a
Yeah,
real
what
answer,
about
bro.
that?
I love that.
I don't know. I loved characters more than I liked people as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, because were you able to connect with them more? Is that?
Yeah, the world is a fucking cartoon. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. I felt so connected to like people that weren't in this world, if that makes sense. Like in some like crazy, lavish, like
And Bart's character is so cool because he's a rebel.
Yeah.
He's a pure rebel without
100%.
a cause. But the more you watch him, the more you're like, I mean, yeah, everybody around him is an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's kind of right.
He's kind of the smartest one. Exactly.
Exactly.
But yeah, like Pharrell. Obviously, I'm from Virginia, and
yeah,
he's like
he's fire.
our golden boy. You know what I'm saying?
And
Him and Missy.
NERD was fire, man. Like all the
Amazing.
albums of NERD is like
Wow.
what the
See what I'm
fuck?
saying?
That was
Like,
a great era for you
Neptunes
guys.
is literally the greatest thing in the universe. You know what's crazy? When I was a kid, we used to go to Virginia Beach all the time. That's where he's from, right? I'm from Northern Virginia, so that's a couple hours down, right? And when we'd go, there's a Neptune statue right at Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Right? It's a big ass Neptune statue. Whole time, that's where he got the name for the thing.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that, like,
yeah.
I mean, because he's from that area, and like I'm pretty sure he's from like, I don't know. I think it might be called Neptune. I don't know. I've never been to his like hood or wherever he's from. But Neptune, crazy. I grew up sitting on that statue, not even realizing that
Putting
they
it
correlate,
together,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Until he made the movie, and I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. You know?
For sure. Nah, that's crazy that you say that. Like, man, you just had me thinking about some crazy stuff. Like, looking at stuff and then letting go of original thought. Like how you always see a tree. Like sometimes just look at a tree and just forget what it like. Look at a tree and think about it in a way you've never thought about.
That
it
is the most
before.
Henry sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
That is most Henry
And he probably, to wrap it to the point, he probably did that with that statue, and then he's like, "Oh, that's the name." Instead of like, "Oh, I have to think of like a really good name." Like sometimes it can just come to you.
I totally feel. It's like
Yeah.
instead of looking at the statue as a statue that depicts like the god of the sea, he looked at it as a sign to
sign,
him,
yes.
For
and
sure.
he read it.
Exactly.
great.
He said it way better than me.
No, I still like the way you said it.
Yeah,
It's very
it was,
funny.
it
I
was
love
good
it.
how you said it. We just
But
were
basically,
clarifying
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? That's all. We
Remix.
took it out of poetry and put it into English. You know what I mean? Because you said it poetically. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Henry, who was your inspiration for art as a kid?
Dude, mine was Will Smith. Will Smith was the
Oh,
first.
why
Get
does
jiggy
that
with
make
it?
so much fucking sense?
That
bro?
was the first
Fresh Prince
Multi-talented
artist I was listening
That's
to.
the funniest
Yeah.
thing I've heard.
Like literally
That's so funny.
that's all I would listen to at school. I'd be walking down the hallway and in my earphones
No
would
way
be
you're
like,
listening to action.
started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Yo, no way
I
you
got
was
in one
listening to
little
this
fight and my
nigga.
mom got scared.
Like, I thought you meant you loved his movies and shit. You were like listening to his music.
Dog,
That's
for real.
diabolical.
I had a CD and I just
Multi-talented
had a
artist.
ton of Will Smith songs. I have a lot of his songs memorized.
That's crazy.
Will Smith really the GOAT though.
That's crazy.
And from there I expand like bro, I was so like nerdy. That was the only rap I listened to, and I listened to like pop songs like Mike Posner, like Cooler Than Me, and like that's what I was on that shit,
Oh,
right?
like I
Yeah.
know that song.
And
Cooler
then
than me. That's hard.
after that, this is when I didn't have any of like my search bar game on lock, right?
Again,
then-
these are gems. I hope you guys are like clipping every single last one of the little isms that
started
he
hanging
says.
out with
Henryisms?
skateboarders, and that was it, bro.
That's the funniest thing in the universe.
That's
Please.
everything. The door was skateboarding. After that, literally, I met all these people through that. Music, Pharrell Williams. I got hip after that. They put me on. They forced me to, because I play like Will Smith at the skate park or something. They're like,
And then
Yeah,
hell
everybody
no.
made fun of you.
Get that shit out of here, boy.
they're like,
Dalen
Let's
just
not
started bullying you.
understand my ass. Get that shit gone.
I'm like, what's going on here?
Either, nigga, go.
He's like,
What's
I got to Will Smith
happening?
now, not way back in the day. you know?
I was like,
Nigga, Henry pulls up.
tasteless.
They don't understand.
Not taste is just
JBL speaker.
a slice of life.
Oh my god.
Hey, that would have been a good episode, like the roast of Henry. Like that would have been like.
Dude.
No.
Cause ain't no way this nigga really pulled up on these motherfuckers playing the fucking Will Smith. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
So,
You're
yeah.
such a character, dude.
That was the start.
So the beauty of that is going like ham with who you are and not allowing the fear.
Oh my god! Yo!
Boss Man Jones.
Yo! You don't understand.
Hey,
we were talking. We had a whole
man.
conversation about matcha.
Nah.
And I was
You're a
saying
legend.
how I
Stop
would. Oh
playing
my
with
gosh.
this man.
We're gonna, you guys gotta tell me the truth on there.
Yes.
Because we put in a handful of our signatures.
Okay.
Whoa.
There's strawberry vibes in there.
All right.
Where's a blueberry vibe? That's the cousin.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Trying to start any wars. And then we got brand new banana moon matcha.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
And then the banana moon latte.
Okay, cool.
Which one's the
Man.
blue one?
Hold
that
on,
blue
let
one's
me-
screaming to me.
These blue ones, that's the strawberry vibes and blueberry
Oh
vibes.
my
Gotta
god.
What's the blueberry ones?
Pull it out and you'll find out.
Man.
That's blueberry.
Ooh, look at me.
Man, stop playing.
Stop playing.
Go to Flowin, man. They
Look,
gonna get you right,
look.
man.
This was God.
What's going on?
God heard our conversation about matcha. Oh my gosh.
Yo, this is epic. This is extravagant.
I've never been so happy in my life. I really want y'all to run that shit back. Please. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he pulled up on us with the matcha.
See, abundance be flowing. When you flowing,
Oh my God.
abundance
This
be
is
flowing.
so sick.
Yeah.
This is so sick.
And you know what that is in Dalen's hand? That's fucking matcha, yo.
Hey, look. To the shorty that said, to the shorty that was talking.
You
hella
missing
shit.
out. You missing
To the
out.
shorty that was talking hella shit. Look at me.
Talk that shit, Dalen. Talk that shit. Talk
Come
that
on, my
shit.
motherfucking shit, nigga. I'm on. I gotta be in some
Talk that
matcha.
shit.
This shit fire too.
Yeah. He even had to pay for that shit. It came to him. It came to him. All right, I gotta. Y'all continue
love
this
this.
conversation. I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Having a great
Alright,
time.
cool.
Please go use the restroom, and when you get back, this matcha.
All right, Yale.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
What inspired you to to find a camera?
Oh, that's a really wow. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got my first camera when I was like 10 probably.
Okay, nice.
But before then, I used my dad's camera and I was making videos about my dog. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I still have one of them. I still have one of those videos. I was like probably 7 or 8 years old, and it was just like about
That's
living
dope.
with this like monster who just looked like a dog, but he was really a monster.
Okay, like
It wasn't very good.
No, but that's so sick that you were like you've been like working with cameras for a while. Like you've been you gravitated towards them at a young age. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
And but like more than cameras, I guess I've been fascinated by stories and storytelling.
For sure.
You know, and I don't know when the connection really started. It probably became most clear when I started going to church and like getting into that whole world a little bit more.
Sick.
But I've always been fascinated by stories, and specifically like the idea that we're all living within stories.
Within
and, like,
store,
Right.
dude. I
Yo,
love that take.
let 'em
I
cook.
love that shit. You really cook with that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because like that's
That's
how life
dope.
feels, right? Like
It really is.
You know, there's
Like I
ups
said,
and
it's a
downs.
cartoon.
And when
The
we
world's a
get
cartoon.
when we get through it, it really feels like we kind of leveled up. But it doesn't mean that there's not going to be a down again.
Obvious.
For sure.
It's
That
like
just
the
makes
sequel's upon us, right?
That just makes the up.
That was
you know what I'm
beautifully
saying?
said.
10 times better.
That's so sick. I've never looked at inspiration like that in life in general. So it's like I look at it like that, but it's more like I'm in my story. So I'm like seeing it from just my perspective. So when you said that, that was cool. It's like, dude, that's so sick. Like you're right. Like I could go to a movie theater and watch your life like as a whole reel, and then I would relate with different parts like rising actions.
And I could do the same with you in
that's
your
so
life.
sick.
Have
And
you guys seen the
yeah.
movie Boyhood?
Yeah.
Have you seen Boyhood?
No.
Amazing film. They
What's
literally amazing. They filmed the movie within the span of 10 years.
Oh, dope.
And so they got this little boy, right? He's the main character of the movie. When he was like 8 years old, they started filming. And then by the end of the movie, it was like he was a grown-ass man. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
right.
And they would film like every 2 years, every scene, like a scene every 2 years and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, dude.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that whole like watching somebody live their life and their story, like crazy. Yeah.
I'm gonna
that's
peep
what
that.
it's
That guy's done a lot of interesting films. He has one called Waking Life, in which it's like a bunch of vignettes of people's lives, and they're basically just having conversations about life.
For sure.
And it's hand-drawn animation, but he also filmed the movie. So the movie was filmed, and then he had an artist team hand-draw every frame of the movie.
Oh.
And so each scene or vignette
Amazing.
is
I
like
love-
hand-done by somebody else.
I also do art, like drawing and
Yeah.
That's
stuff.
cool.
I've made a good amount of my cover arts, actually. But dude, hand drawing is the only way to do animation, and I'm sick and tired of this whole flash animation like pandemic. Right? The second that we got Teen Titans Go,
What about claymation?
never saw Claymation's awesome. But the second we got Teen Titans Go, we
got 'em.
never saw like hand drawn animation on like on a normal scale again. It's like if it's hand drawn, it's special because it's hand drawn.
A lot of like 80s, 90s anime, I love to look at. I don't necessarily like watching, but I love
Really?
to look at because the art style speaks to me more
Amazing.
because of that hand-drawn
Really?
aspect.
So I'd say, well, anime is like damn near one of the only things that are still used is like hand-drawn animation, right? So for me, like the new age anime, I'm so proud that it's like to a point where like they're getting the budget and the work and appreciation that it should be getting. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, certain old shows hit a little bit harder because they're a lot more focused on the long run game. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just getting your point across and like ending the show. Right. That's what most animes are about nowadays. Just like, how cool can we make a show? What are the action scenes gonna look like? And you know what I'm saying?
'Cause they got hip to the world.
You know what I'm saying? What fun character can we put on the screen that people are gonna love and then call it a day? Like these. And it's always just a Naruto clone. Oh, it's just a bunch of Naruto clones.
It's Baruto.
Dude, don't take Jujutsu Kaisen away from me.
Like I love
Jujutsu Kaisen's
I
the shit,
love
though.
these
I like
new
that
shows.
one.
Don't get me wrong. Jujutsu Kaisen's fire.
Fire.
What is it? But off rip, when you see a picture of it and you've never seen the show, tell me that doesn't just look like a fucking Naruto clone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay,
3
I
kids. One's got spiky hair and it's colored.
Yeah.
Other's dark and broody, and then there's a girl, and then the leader. He's usually the biggest badass of the gang, and he's probably kind of young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
It works. It's a winning formula. I like solo
It is a
leveling a
winning
lot.
formula.
Solo leveling's a shit
Hard.
too.
So
Yeah.
things like,
They ain't
you guys
fucking
seen
with Jin.
Kaiju number 8.
Oh,
Like,
that
just
one's
binge
fire.
watched it, like,
That
2
one
days
is good too.
Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
What
The
about
second season better come out.
Man, they're making so the movies they're
Oh, no,
doing
coming out with a movie.
what like
Okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh no, they're
did,
doing
right?
the Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer
thing.
type
Yeah.
energy.
Demon
You know what I'm
Slayer,
saying?
yeah.
So a lot of animes they'll like do one season and then they'll make a movie and then that'll be the second season and then they'll do the third season. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So they're doing that. They're on the 12th of this month.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Wait, that happened.
I was like, ain't
What y'all doing tonight?
Hey.
It's good though. It's really good.
Yo, yeah, movies are super important. Some of the most influential moments I've ever had in art were from movies.
Yeah.
From literally not doing anything and sitting around and watching a movie, some of the biggest inspirations of my entire life.
100%.
I just saw a fantastic film last night, gentlemen.
Fantastic Four.
Minecraft the movie.
Okay,
I
can I
keep
be
hearing
honest?
good reviews
I
about
was not.
that.
I heard
But-
amazing views or reviews. You know what I'm saying? I was never the biggest Minecraft fan. Don't kill me, right? I'm not going to a movie where they're gonna trash the theater by the end of the movie.
That didn't happen.
That is the
That's
cra-
hype.
that-
But what did happen though? All the kids, they clapped way too much. But like way too much. Every time something from Minecraft happened, I swear to God, there was a 3 to 5 second applause break from every child in the room. Like they were all synchronized. It was weird.
Did the movie do that bullshit where they
good.
like give you a pause? You know what I'm saying? To clap.
They clapped through it. There was no
Wow.
pauses.
That's good though, cause like I hate a movie that's
Shout
gonna
out to
pause
youth.
too much. Like, do you guys see Spider-Man? Like the No Way Home. That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Ending is crazy.
Ending was crazy.
What?
Well, all 3 of them and stuff like that. It was a great movie. But at the end of the day,
anime one?
if you watch
Yeah.
that, which one?
The new anime one,
No,
right?
no. The one with Tom Holland and all the rest of the dudes.
I didn't
You know
really
what
like
I'm
that.
saying? That
I'm
one's
talking
really
about the
good.
anime one.
But yes. Across the Spider-Verse, not Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse used to be the best superhero movie of all time until they made a number 2, and that's the best movie of all time, which is crazy. But I'm talking about the live action one, right? With Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom
Okay,
Holland, right?
gotcha.
That movie's great. Until you watch it for the 3rd time by yourself, and you realize damn near every 5 seconds, there's like a pause where you're supposed to cheer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you cut the rhythm? You cut the rhythm?
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's literally pause.
I don't
wait
like-
for the audience.
That's like when a comedian performs stand-up to get applause. It's like the same thing to me. You go to a movie to like feel it. If I'm going to applaud, I want to applaud when the credits hit.
Yeah.
You know?
On your own accord.
Like, don't give me integers inside your movie to tell you did a great job with your movie. That's weird.
Now, I will say, I was screaming my ass off at the end of Sonic 3. I didn't even like Sonic 1 or 2. I didn't like Sonic 1 or 2.
I didn't really-
watched them because I
Yeah.
like Sonic, and that's it. And they were
Yeah.
trash.
I've been a lifelong Sonic fan, and I'm I don't want to see Sonic 2 or
Me
3 just because I feel like it's going to disappoint. Like, it's not going to live up to the hype I have of Sonic.
Sonic's
in my
always
mind.
One
been a
Sonic
good
fan to
character.
another.
Yeah.
One Sonic fan to another. Don't promote that you're a Sonic fan.
I'm a Knuckles fan. That's my favorite character.
Damn near
Knuckles.
worse.
I'm a Knuckles
Yeah,
fan.
Gotta go
they
fast,
sleeping-
guys.
they sleeping on
The only
Knuckles.
thing that could be worse than being a Sonic fan is being a Shadow fan, and I'm right with him.
All right. I mean, if you want to know the truth, the real truth, I didn't want to tell you, but Shadow the Hedgehog is my favorite PlayStation
So
2 game.
yeah,
Okay,
Can I
no,
used
Sonic
to, like-
Riders. If we're gonna go there,
Sonic
Sonic
Riders
is
Heroes
sick,
or
though.
Sonic Riders,
Sonic Riders on GameCube.
Stop playing with
Sonic
me.
Rider, Sonic Unleashed.
or Super Smash Bros with Sonic.
See, Sonic's good in Super Smash
Sonic's
too.
good in
Oh.
Super Smash Bros. I main Sora because I bought that nigga, and I'd be damned if somebody else is gonna play it.
All right, I got to tell you guys, though, the Minecraft movie, at the end of the day,
Yep.
what it's about is a guy named Steve
Love it.
who has to stop playing Minecraft.
That's all the movies about.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's not all it's about, but
But
like if you
bare
wanted
minimum.
a sentence,
And that's the bones.
and that's I think why I love it, is because by the end, and the messaging too is like get out in the world and create is like the message by the end, you know. So I left the movie feeling psyched. I felt psyched to come here today. I felt psyched to like start editing when I got home. And
Hey.
I highly recommend the movie.
really.
For
Yeah.
sure. That inspired you to do something outside of that field in your own world.
Like I thought it was gonna make me want to play Minecraft, but by the end, it really
Right.
doesn't.
It made you want to like live life.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was a great film.
That's sick.
That's pretty solid.
That's actually pretty solid. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
Dubs.
lie. I watched The Green Hornet last night.
Oh.
Horrible.
yeah.
Dude, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I love The Green. So I never saw it, and I love the old '60s show.
Yeah,
My
with
dad
Bruce
and I-
Lee?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
My dad
oh,
used to
okay.
run that shit
with
all
Bruce
the time.
Lee.
Yeah.
You know why it didn't work?
Yeah,
Because Bruce Lee was a bigger character than the actual Green Hornet.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's why it didn't work.
Well, that was when Bruce Lee was
Kato's
on the
sick.
come up of being a superstar in
Yeah.
that show. Really, like now he's a superstar, right?
Yeah.
But realistically speaking, like, who told Seth Rogen to be the main character, bro?
So funny though. No, because every time there's danger in
no
that
reason.
movie, he's like, oh, this is really scary.
But here's the thing.
It's
If you watch
hilarious.
the actual Green Hornet show, that
yeah.
nigga is just Batman without the fighting capabilities, and that's why it works because his Robin is the one with the fighting capabilities.
right,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But Kato's not as smart as the Green Hornet, but it works because he's way more of a badass. So
Okay.
like when the Green Hornet's the one like doing the mysteries and like the detective work, and you know what I'm saying, he's got his cool little gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, on this one, it's just Seth Rogen,
It's
like,
just Seth Rogen being
being
butthurt.
so confused
Being
on what's
being
going on.
Seth Rogen.
He was tender dick as fuck the whole movie too, because he was mad that his homeboy, that the girl that he was fucking with his homeboy. Like, boy, if you don't get on with that, like, if you don't go
Right.
find somebody else, you're rich.
You can't spend the whole movie being butthurt about something like that.
Nah,
you really
facts.
can't. You have to move on. You have to move past it.
But that's
Exactly.
how you
Keep it Pete.
program simps into the world. You put it in a movie like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, but like, you gotta watch it without seriousness. Like, there will be the most dangerous gun scene fight, and like, Kato is played by Jay Chow, super talented artist, but then Seth Rogen will just be like, "Oh, this is bad."
That's great impersonation.
It's hilarious. If you watch it with that lens, it's hilarious.
See, but I don't think it's possible for me because I loved the original Green Hornet.
Yeah.
So it's like,
because you have a point of reference.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Sorry.
so don't watch the original and just watch the new.
I will say, whole time, their fight scenes, amazing.
yeah.
Very Scott Pilgrim, like very Speed Racer. Love that movie. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time, Speed Racer.
The real life version.
The real life one. I also
wow.
loved the
Wow, that
anime
was
as a
great.
kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I only liked the anime as a kid because I saw the movie and I was like, this is the greatest shit ever. But
That was a great one.
amazing
One of
movie.
2007's best.
That's why we don't get good movies to this day because that movie flopped. Or did it flop?
I didn't see it.
I don't know about
People
I don't know the
picked on
box
it now.
Yeah.
When it first
So
came out, I
popular
think
now.
so.
I just don't know if it flopped back in the day. I was in. Ooh, I don't want to show my age.
A young jit.
I was a young jit. Yeah, when that movie came out. How old are you guys?
I'm 27.
27.
I'm 36.
Okay.
26.
Okay. So, literally, just everybody that I've been around is y'all's age. So, like, I'm trying to say this without making you guys feel like
So
I'm
but
I
we
grew
were
up
in middle school.
in Speed Racer. Like
In Speed
I
Racer
was
time?
a kid when
yeah.
Speed Racer
Yeah.
was out. You
I
know what I
was-
mean?
Right.
I was in kindergarten. I was in
Yeah, see?
kindergarten. When the first Speed Racer movie came out, and when Scott Pilgrim came out.
Oh, I love that movie.
So like you can
One of the best
imagine
movies, actually.
those
Top
movies
fives.
were like two of my favorite movies. Still are two of my favorite movies to this day. I feel like being a Scott Pilgrim fan is kind of like sabotaging yourself.
It's kind of like being a Sonic the Hedgehog fan.
They did so good with
both
that
of those
movie.
we're not gonna promote shit about those. All right.
How do you make a movie almost better than the book? That's one of those.
And they didn't though. So I was very disappointed when the anime came out this like a couple years ago, and they didn't just revamp the series because everybody's all, oh, who wanted to see the same story over again? Me, nigga. Like I wanted to see, because a lot of times in the book series it was a 12. No, it was like 2 years worth of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And like situations that happened through that in the book series. You feel me? And then in the movie it was like a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 months. They crammed
Oh,
2 months
gotcha.
into a lot of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay,
That's like the
okay.
last
Right.
few seasons of Game of Thrones, and when you do that, it takes a lot of the weight.
It takes a lot of
Away
the weight,
from it.
dude. Because like,
Yeah.
I love the movie. It's still a great movie.
Heard that
But
was
like
great,
looking
too.
at it from a lens of like the nigga I am today, because I'm super give a no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm super like I'm a prize ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like if Shorty fuck up, she fuck up type shit.
Yeah.
And I damn well ain't fighting for
You
y'all.
gotta
why?
value yourself, bro. That's good.
There you
Because
go.
realistically
Yes.
speaking, I got way too much motion and like way too much fucking drive, you know what I'm saying, for me to spend my time going back and forth with your ex-boyfriends. If they're still in the picture, I will not be. You know what I'm saying? So like,
So you can't be too big a fan of
put the
Scott
foot
Pilgrim.
down.
see what I'm saying?
Put the- yeah,
But,
right.
Put
as
the
I-
foot down.
But if you read the series, it's so much more weight in like who they are and the fact that they actually do care about each other and the fact that like their relationship is a whole lot more than just I like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I
shit
need
like
a
that.
Rona.
I think it's because
So-
they were catering to that
kidding.
teenage, like, perspective from that movie. You,
wanna
know what I mean?
save
Like,
princess.
like the
Great music in that movie.
Amazing
too.
music. Amazing music.
Yeah. It's a
Whoever
fun
did
movie.
that soundtrack, shout out you, my nigga. Okay.
Have you ever heard of FLCO?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that one's weird.
You don't like FLCO?
It's I didn't.
That was like the greatest soundtrack of all time.
Oh well, the music is cool. It's just like I don't know. It's like weird. Like it's too abstract for me.
I get
and
you. I
and
get you.
and like the whole fucking thing with the thing coming out of his head when he gets excited is like
So
it's so overtly ridiculous. Like I'm like I
Steven's
don't know.
universe.
I can't like.
it's way worse than Steven's
Yeah, no, it's like different. It's different, weird, but it's so overtly like if you understand like Japanese anime where there's always some type of pervertedness to it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
really showing it in the forefront.
so-
you know what I mean?
I will say
Very
it's
connection.
not as bad as like shit like High School of the Dead. That's just like soft porn. Right? Leave that out. I'm sorry. That's
No, you
horrible.
good, you good.
But I will say with FLCL, it's like it took me 3 times watching the entire series over again to even be able to explain what the shit means. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Even explain what the show is about. Right? Whole time, it's about an alien on the surface level. It's about an alien girl. You know what I'm saying? This alien bitch comes down, and she's here trying to bring back her space pirate king boyfriend, right? That's
kinda hot.
You know what I'm saying, right? But
But you
she
don't know
op-
that yet.
she-
It
you
takes
don't
a
know that.
long time
She
to get to
opens
that.
a portal. She opens a portal inside this little 12-year-old's brain, right?
Ah, that's not cool.
And the only way that she can be
That's
able
not
to
true.
get the portal to like actually start working is it's based off of emotion. So she has to play with his emotions in order
Yeah.
for him to like it to like start working. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Sus.
And like so it's a lot of mental manipulation, like feelings and stuff like that. She's like manipulating a 12-year-old
She's teasing
into
him the
falling.
whole
You know what I'm
time.
saying?
Yeah, it's like
But,
a tease thing.
The thing is, that's his entire life. He's not new to this. Everyone uses this kid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, his brother was like the shining star, and so his brother girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, is still in love with him, so she uses his little brother, you know what I'm saying, to satisfy her or her like missing his like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, how much can you really? It really forms him into a grown man to understand, like, you know what I'm saying, like his own emotions and respect himself. So by the end of the series, he's like done with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's like he has to make that journey from, like, if he doesn't respect himself, the rest of the world won't, and they'll just manipulate him to
and he
get
has to
what
learn
they
it.
want from him.
He has to learn to respect himself, 100%.
Hell's Paradise is also really good too. I actually really like that one. Side note.
Soul Eater, one of my favorite shows.
That one I like.
Really
I
good.
like
That's
Soul
why I
Eater.
was like,
Yeah,
dude, your name is Soul? That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's really good. When you guys watch these like movies and anime and stuff, how does that affect y'all's like perception of your brand and what you're trying to create, like in your music or in your art
100%.
or your fashion or whatever? Like, how does that?
I'm glad you
what
tied
is that?
It
Glad you brought
shows
that
me
back.
how to roll out emotion in a proper way to market. Like, oh, you can make this. Like, someone gets lost and has to find their way home. They present it like this. They have these characters. The character's lost. They run into a coffee shop and they meet this person who says, "Oh, your house. Like, I saw you earlier over this neighborhood." Like, so when I'm rolling out clothes or something, you know, you can really get into that character. Or you see a character like that you like, that you relate with, like Teen Titans. I really like Beast Boy or something. It's like, oh, I could make a shirt that looks like him. Or something like that makes you look like him or feel like him. Like, what does this character represent? So it's rolling out my emotions and how you can do that in an industry way or a media way.
I'd say the hero's journey.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's all over film
Fire.
and TV.
Like, when it comes to storytelling, like, everybody goes through their own thing, right? I'm a huge One Piece fan.
Okay.
Huge One Piece fan, right? So if that means anything, if it's going to mean anything, it just means I love a story. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just like taking the aspects of like different things and realizing that like you can find yourself through seeing others like do what they do. Like
for sure.
Berserk,
Yeah.
for example, right? Take what you want from Berserk. What I learned is sometimes if you want to be Luffy, you got to be Guts.
Ooh.
What do you mean by that?
If you want to be
I
Luffy,
see
you got to
what
be
he
Guts.
just said there.
If you want to have your own world, if you want to be able to do what you do and have have the people behind you while also being able to trust anything, you know what I'm saying, and be able to like make your own path, because that's what Luffy does. That's all he fucking does. He does exactly whatever the fuck he wants, and it always ends up rather for better or for worse. He gets through it. You know what I'm saying? He dives head first, right? But sometimes it doesn't always work like that because you don't got the people behind you that Luffy does. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be Guts. You gotta go off on your own. You gotta understand what you've done that made you a better person and what you can do to make you even better than that person. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And Guts got to go off on his own, got to learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if your peoples need you, you're going to be right back there. You know what I'm saying? For better or for worse. Obviously, for him, it was for worse. But if his people need him, he's right back. But at the end of the day, it's just his journey. He's not here to cater to somebody else. Like, he's here to make sure that they're the best they could possibly be. But if that's in detriment to him, then he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
And the last thing I want to say before you guys go in to your points, also, it's like courage. Like, there's so many anime characters who just have hella courage. They just send it, whether it's a fight scene where they protect someone or whatever. And it's like, it just reminds me when you have ideas or something that you think can work, and you're in real time, whether you're fighting a villain in real life or like made up imaginary villain for the problem that you're solving, it's like you gotta send it. Like, you gotta like Super Saiyan sometimes. Every once in a while you gotta charge up and just show the world what you can do.
And music is like our superpower. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Like,
our
every
superpower.
anime character's got a superpower, some type of weapon. shit, I got my weapon. It's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use that shit. You
There
feel
you
me?
go. For sure.
To the best of my ability. And I don't know, like everything kind of just
It just works out.
together. Art's art, dude. Art is art. Rather it's a movie, rather it's a song, rather it's a painting, rather it's a drawing, rather it's a story that you're writing. Art is art. They're all under the same exact category. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you can take something from here and something from that have nothing to do with this but still incorporate it
Somehow,
somehow.
you're just making it. You'll keep crystallizing until it's your own.
Can you give me, both of y'all, can you give me 3 examples or 3 lessons that pursuing art has given you in your life?
Wow, that's really good. That's one of the best questions
That
I've
is
ever
really
been asked.
that was a great question.
Yo, cheers. Goddamn. Shit, I would say one of the most important lessons is be creative. Like, just be creative. I feel like the world is full of, the world needs to be full of problem solvers. So art has taught me to always be creative, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm parking, whether I'm
So
getting
funny.
clothes on in the morning. Always add your little swag to things, and like that's what makes things feel like yours. So yeah.
Wow. Know who the fuck you are and what you can do, dude. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, everybody gets to a point, you know what I'm saying, where they're in some like emotional state of just not understanding or not being appreciative of the things that they've done before that situation. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Rather it's I'm broke right now, or my girl just left me, or this happened, you know what I'm saying, and I just got I got fired, you know what I'm saying,
Turmoil.
and then you just think you got nothing, but then when you go back to your art and you realize like I did this, you know what I'm saying, and I can do this and I can do it again 100 times fold, you know what I'm saying, you get a sense of like who you are. And well, for me, I just think about that. A lot of times I'll listen to like the beginning of when I started making music to now. Like I'll pick my favorite songs of like the generations of me making music, listen to all those, and I'd be thinking, nigga, you're good. You're fine. You're gonna make it through it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna you'll have everything you ever asked for or wanted. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta get through what you're getting through right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a big lesson, was just confidence. You know what I'm saying? Understanding who
Gave
you
me
are.
hella confidence. 200%. Making music gave me hella confidence.
And consistency.
At the start, it's super scary, and then you hit this like there's like this wave, or this like layer you pass through, and then you become super confident in your ability to use the creative force inside you. You feel like you're part of the group of creatives in the world who like make things that look cool or art and stuff like that, and it just, you want to always do your job, so it makes you confident.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's so dope.
Because Lucky's calling, or Baby Ozzy's calling. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy
Hey,
artist.
Ozzy, I'm in an interview right now with the gang. Can you you want to say something?
Put the mic. Yeah, there you
Yeah, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? My boy Ozzy. You know what I'm saying?
Baby
Power Mafia.
Ozzy.
Baby Ozzy. Hey, Ozzy, where you at, bro? You is in San Diego. It's the convention right here, the tattoo convention. That shit hard. All right, for sure.
Hopefully he's not saying anything too
All
personal.
right, say less, say less, say less. I thought I just saw you driving and shit, but I guess that wasn't you.
Miss you, Oz.
All right, Oz.
Thank you for joining us, Oz.
Yes, sir. That's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. We'll have to send you some stuff after this.
Yeah,
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
So what's like the threshold? When did you feel like you unlocked the force?
I still think I'm
Getting there?
in the process. Yeah. You know, it's like a daily thing. It's a daily thing. It's not like you ever just arrive anywhere in this world. And I think the moment anytime I felt like I've arrived somewhere, it's been to my detriment. You know, I have to feel like I'm constantly pursuing.
Jedi in training.
Did you ever feel, so how did your confidence in your craft partake, because I know for me, I always was delusional. You know what I'm saying? When I made trash music, I thought I was amazing, but now I make amazing music, and I go back and I'm just like, I mean, for a kid that was that age, it was good. You know what I'm saying? But like, did you have to get over a learning curve of confidence, or did you have to like, you know what I'm saying? Was you always there?
Yeah, that was a good question.
Yeah, I mean, no, I feel like you're really showing me a lot of honor here that I don't think I've earned. Thanks. I guess like I'm at a point now where I don't care as much about the negative of what I'm putting out there. More like the negative perception that it might like put on me. I used to be so caught up in how will I be perceived for putting this out there? Like, will people assume this, that, or the other about me for this?
For sure.
But now I'm just like, I know my intent with this, and that's all that really matters, because I know my intent. Other people will find something in it, and it might be unique to them what they see.
Yeah, true. That's huge. What about you? When did you discover the force?
So I think everyone here is saying like you need an activity that you can pursue so you can gain skills which will eventually help build your confidence in yourself so that you can find yourself in that. Because it's like that with music, with skateboarding, with filmmaking, like if you don't take the steps to pursue whatever that activity is, you'll never get to the point where you're actually learning, and that learning process is what builds the confidence, what builds the you finding yourself or whatever, you know what I mean? And so like that's why I think skateboarders, like if you can take it out of context of just skateboarding, like we were talking about last time, like we as society, normal society, reframes failure in such a way that like makes you not want to do shit because you're scared to like fuck up. But in skateboarding, you got homies with you that will fucking be like, yeah, let's go. You can try that bitch 50 times and they still gonna be like, let's go, yeah, you know.
The slightest little inkling,
whatever it is,
like,
you know what I mean?
Slightest little sight of you maybe kind of possibly landing
like,
it, and
like you
everybody's
fucking
going crazy.
you do something and you land on the board and you slip out and you're like, oh shit, I got it, you know. Yeah, you know, and so like that, I think that is a superpower of like being able to find the activity to be with the homies or just whatever that helps you reframe what failing is. And that's such a big thing because like you're never gonna learn if you're not willing to like just do the shit.
Yeah, just
exactly.
try it.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. I think anyone who's super confident has impressed themselves at one point or another in their life. Like,
Yeah.
or they're delusional. Or
I mean, but sometimes you need a little bit of delusion.
You need both.
Know?
I think
you need a little bit of
both.
delusion because
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I didn't have that delusion when I was garbage, then I wouldn't be amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a good point actually.
Because
Maybe it's backwards.
you gotta think I'm the greatest motherfucker to ever live. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do that and you just keep doing it, at one point you're just gonna be the greatest motherfucker to ever live.
100%.
You know, that's what Kanye did.
Who else is gonna believe in you if not you? You gotta do it
And,
first.
and that's the saddest part, because like as someone who that's always just come very easily to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's probably my mama. My mama is like the first person to tell everybody that I'm better than them. Hilarious.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up.
That's
But at the end of
dope.
the day, like it really like shaped me into the fact that I can't be in a room, you know what I'm saying, of people who do the same thing as me and not think that I'm like I can go to toe to toe with like anybody in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
I just
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even have to think I'm the best one
That's
in
the
here. I could
move.
be with like, I don't know, fucking Travis Scott could be in the studio with me and everybody's like, oh my God, it's Travis. I'll be like, bro, Travis, I'll go head to head with you right now. You know what I'm saying? Give me a verse and we'll
What's good,
bar for
dude?
bar. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We'll play all these unreleased songs.
You need that.
You know?
And it's that's gonna propel you.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not better than that nigga. But the second I hop in a room with that nigga, I will think 100% I'm better than that nigga.
And someday you
That's
will
the
be
move.
though. If you continue to pursue and believe, you will be.
100%.
And it's not
Right.
it's not even thinking that he's better. It's that he put in enough reps to gain the confidence to think that he's
failed
better.
more times
than
It's-
he's tried. Better
He
put.
put in the reps. You can't just delusion. we say delusion a lot of times. It's not really delusion. It's literally like you just having enough balls to fucking like do the thing you're trying to do as long and as many times as you can.
Yep.
And that is what will get you to thinking this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
That's well
when you just think
that's
of
good.
delusion and you're just like, I'm confident, but you ain't got the skill set because you didn't put in the work to gain the skill set, then people will see you as a fraud because
There's
they
the
were like,
distinction.
you're fucking fake, bro. Like
100%.
you're just acting now.
Right,
And we
right.
know because the people
that
who are
makes
doing the
sense.
work know other people doing the work.
Yeah.
Like they can see that, and they can
100%.
see if you haven't been doing the work because it will show in your whatever you're
everything you do,
doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. And
very
that's
true.
that's the key to like finding who you are, finding the balance, finding the confidence, finding the Luffy
God
in
damn,
you,
that
or
is
whatever,
so
right?
true. Because it's like you realize like the hero's journey that you watch, you've been through so many of those situations too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, like if you can like prove to yourself that you're determined, you'll be like, you just stoke yourself up, and then
Yeah.
other people can get stoked off you, and like I don't know, it's just lit.
Damn, I think how are you guys feeling? How are y'all feeling?
This is great. I
Hey, this is
feel
so much
great.
fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like interviews where it feels like they're just asking me a bunch of questions just to get the interview. I like having conversations, you know what I'm saying? I like feeling like I'm connecting to the people I'm talking to. And, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are real good at what you're doing, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
Super good.
Amazing.
You're really good at sharing. Good at talking.
Thank you,
You guys
bro.
are different.
Same thing with Henry. Like, it's a pleasure having you guys on here. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
For sure, you guys
Yeah,
are beasts.
for real. Today was fire. We got a bunch of free stuff.
Yeah,
like the
this was
fucking owner
wild.
was
Amazing.
so like
Shout out for him,
grateful,
man.
and you know what was amazing about it? It was him seeing the value in that we created a show at his coffee shop
Yeah.
that made him want to give us stuff.
No, that's a really cool boss.
Yeah, and he saw
gets
the
it.
value in us. We didn't even have to pitch value. Just because when you showed up and we created this moment, like he saw the value in it, and he was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna give them some stuff so that." You know,
He's part of the
he
value,
collaborated.
like, yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
so
like we
dope.
needed each other. We just
It was
collaborated.
frictionless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was smooth and it was great. And we appreciate y'all for being on Make Happy Podcast. And
dope.
you know, we're gonna make more projects together. And I just
For
Dude,
sure.
this was so much fun. I'd love to come back if, you know what I'm saying? You guys
We'll come
are
to
doing
you.
any other- I don't want to leave. The Portable Podcast, crazy.
Yeah.
We also have a smoke shop. I mean, you guys were just there. It's right on Melrose. You know, me and my guys, you know, shout out Power Mafia. We hold that shit down. It's right down the street. If you guys ever, like, if we have, like, that free space and stuff like that and you guys are down, like, you can do them there, too.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Last things, I guess, just plug away any future projects or projects you're working on now.
Yeah.
Let your fans know, you know, what's going on and how they can get to you.
Hey, you can follow me at wokeupdead_INC, my apparel brand. We got a drop coming out. Determined without being ruthless. Is that even possible? Well, let's find out next month. You can find us on Instagram, all sites. Go crazy, and you can see like what we represent when it's the collective piece.
This nigga sounds like Vincent McMahon.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
That's
Vincent
good.
McMahon?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
Vince
yeah,
McMahon?
yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. Last time, I guess my name is Dalen. Shout out to Pirate Mafia. That's my, you know what I'm saying, my brothers for life. Shout out Ace. Shout out Baby Ozzy. Shout out Q. Shout out
Yeah.
Chemo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody that we work with. Yeah, man, we got a project coming out soon for the summer. That's gonna be really dope. It's gonna be Dalen's Fantasy. That's gonna be super fun. And
Sick.
yeah, just stay tuned and feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. DALEN.NELL, Dalen.Nell. So yeah, we about to get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Let's go, guys. 2025.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us on Make Happy Podcast.
Thank you so much for bringing us
Yeah,
on.
thank you for having me. It's been an honor, man. Like, I'm so grateful for this moment to share with you guys.
This
and
is
we
so
need
fun.
to keep doing this. This is
We
like
will.
bees to flowers, man. This is dope.
It's very rare to like talk about art with people who get art, and it's that's saying something living in somewhere like LA. It's like everybody's a fake or artsy person, fake ass artsy person. You know what I'm saying? But
He said it. We didn't.
Hey,
Thank
fake
you.
We're out.
ass artsy people, bro.
Hey, we'll see you soon, guys.
I love
Stay
y'all though. You
dangerous,
guys are
stay
amazing.
safe.
Go to LA and I pick up some game, bring it back to the bridge, give it back to the streets. Went with the gang, Dubai on the plane, baby, wait for me here, I'll be back in a week. I'll be back in a week, everywhere I touch down, I'll be knocking the free.
When I was a kid, I ain't know how to sit. I'm the young nigga, always be running around. Running the streets, that we running the town. If that boy from the east, bitch, we running them down. I remember at Wendy's, I dropped me a quarter. A whole nigga took it, we stomped that boy out. I wouldn't care where you from, I wouldn't care what you bout. If you spoke on my mom, bitch, I'm smacking you.